NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, right back to Hall. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Jets at 500, sitting at 5-5. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Hall. And he's got room. And all the way in. Touchdown.
as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play it back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house, and now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Libra! Right 22!
Back to throw, Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And go in the boots is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. But really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Casey.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 16. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Wilson. And it's caught. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Stafford. This will go to Henry out wide. And some space here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
40 got.
Here's Stafford. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Stafford on first down. That's caught again by Schultz. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. On second down, here's Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Henry. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Blankenship out for the point after. And it is now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
To throw on second down to Stafford. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Eric Kendricks coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Returnable here from the 38. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And some nice running going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 42. 85 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd down and goal. Wilson, the quick slant caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And how about that for just running out the clock? That one 28 yards on the ground. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Here we come. 564 weak. Recon 132 white.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Hall again on second down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Hall again. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Wilson. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hall want to give up the middle and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Give to Hall running right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try to run with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Blankenship out to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Stay 50, stay 50.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Libra! 21!
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here comes the Rams punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Hall has it knocked loose. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this out past the 40.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's Hall again. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Yard line, 2nd and 11. Hall again on 2nd down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys that scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, that threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown.